Hi everyone, this is a video walkthrough of the final part of Fearmonium. This is a Metroidvania game that we've been playing on stream. I enjoyed it, and I'll have a full review up probably in a few days or closer to the release of this. But we ran out of time on stream to get kind of the quote-unquote true ending of the game, so I played through it on my own, and I wanted to kind of go over that here. So what happens is, after you finish the kind of quote-unquote final boss of Stepfather, the game then tasks you to find all 12 of these birds of depression that are hidden throughout the area. Once you have them all, you go back to kind of the area where you can get the rewards for it, and you fight this boss. So it's apparently a giant chicken who keeps spawning these birds while going through like his random pattern. Also, when you beat the game, you get the ability to break these ice cube walls. The 12th and final bird is hidden behind one of them. It was in kind of like the middle of the map, maybe like middle east portion of the map in the forest zone. That's where I missed it. And the other reason why you do these challenges is that it gets you, if you can complete the harder ones, you can get infinite versions of your various items. So that's why I have infinite gift boxes, as you can see in the upper left, which I use them basically as like the holy water strat from Castlevania here, or maybe a grenade strat. So this fight does kind of show off how like bullet spongy or gift spongy the bosses are in this game. You can find hidden fears that reduce their overall health bar, and that certainly helps, but your attacks really don't do as much damage, as you can see. And by the way, for those of you watching this, I am using fully upgraded right now. I found all the weapon upgrades in the game, and this is still taking quite a bit of time. So I want to maybe speed things up a bit, and you can watch this chicken go down a little bit faster. So while the footage is in kind of fast forward at the moment, what's going to happen after this is there's another cutscene that kind of reveals more of the story. And I'm going to leave that in because, again, I think a lot of people probably skipped out on Fearmonium. This may be your only chance to see how things develop. But I won't be talking during that part. So after that is over, I'm going to kind of skip ahead, because in order to officially beat the game, you need to get all the hidden fears. And the final hidden fear is essentially hidden under a arena rush, where you have to go through each one of the game's areas, fighting waves and waves of baddies. And there's no real greater strat to it than just do a lot of damage. So, this fight should be finishing up in the next 5 or 6 seconds. I'm going to let the ending play out, or let the cutscene play out, and then I'll be back to talk about and show off the game's true final boss. So with all that, and you can see on the map here, the game does reveal where all the hidden fears are, and you can find them throughout the game on your own. It was just that last arena one that took me a very long time. As you can see, the map is very massive, and it's kind of hard to sometimes figure out where you haven't been just by staring at it. If you're a fan of like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it should be, I think, very reminiscent in terms of like this just sprawling area. But I'm going to skip ahead to the final boss with Lady Depression now. And this is another very kind of tanky fight for the game. I would suggest going into this to have the umbrella that grants you one free hit. I did get the secondary passive that lets me do more damage when I don't have my stamina at full, which I don't think it really helped as much as I would like. But this fight, she is a random pattern boss, and you're going to need to deal with a lot of adds in the form of these bubbles that just keep coming in, and I found it very hard to hit them with my sub-weapon. But this is just a fight that's all about trying to get in hits when you can. She'll keep throwing these water blasts up in the air, and the bubbles that she's tossing at you, or the bubbles that are appearing out of those two eyeballs they look like, they do not track. They basically just go to wherever your current position is. So you can use that as a way of dodging around them. Now, the gift box did work well on destroying the fears that she likes to spawn. And again, with this being a random pattern, means that you don't really know what she's going to do at any one time, which is why I took a lot of damage during this. And I did do a little bit of grinding just to get enough adrenaline shots for full heals, which I think I used 1 or 2 during this entire fight. But as you can see from the amount of damage I'm doing, this is yet another lengthy situation. And I'm going to speed up the footage now and kind of watch how long it takes me to just like whittle this health bar down. And I think overall it would have been better to keep the passive that lets you have iframes on dash, as that would have allowed me to avoid a lot more hits. And I don't think the damage boost secondary perk really mattered all that much during this fight. The Stepfather Rage kind of like fire perk, definitely keep that one on, but the other one, it just didn't seem like it was doing enough for me. In terms of my upgrades, the only things I think I was missing at the end were the rewards for collecting the 21 masks, and I missed one, I think, health upgrade. But everything else was at full, including a stamina recovery, and again, damage, and so on. So this fight is going to be wrapping up in like the next, I think, 40 seconds. So I'm going to let the footage play out of the game's ending. I'll come back for kind of my end of video speech at that point. And there is a headphone warning when she dies. This game has, I think, like a memory leak or sound bug that causes sound to get distorted when the lock gets played. And you're going to hear that as I do the final hit. So just fair warning there. But otherwise, I'm going to come back at the end for my end of video speech, enjoy the ending and the final moments of this fight. That's going to do it for Fearmonium. Thank you so much for watching the entire video. If you'd like more about my thoughts overall on the game and its Metroidvania design, be sure to check out the review when it goes up here on the channel. Let me know what you think about the game for those of you who played it. And I would like to thank the developer for sending me a key to play through this one. With all that said, come back for daily discussions on game design here and on game wisdom, where some of the art and science of games. Be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon link down below. And until next time, have a great night.